All right, moving along now. Next question. Let's go to our guy, Armchair Osceola. Wake up. As on a reference to your suggestion, I'm actually doing a little hiking beach time in Spain. I'll spend 5 days on the northwest coast of Mallorca, Port de Soler. When I travel later in the month, we'll happily provide some recommendations and pics of the scenery. Thanks.
That's nice of him.
Yeah, have a great time out there. I like this question, Corey. He wants to talk about forecasting the schedule. Question for you, gentlemen. Assuming you're eating dinner at Corner Pocket and you accidentally rub a magic beer bottle, Chief Osceola Genie pops out, asks you, he's going to tell you they foreseen a 10-2 regular season for the Noles, but you can choose the 2 losses. Which games are you giving up and why? If we had to narrow it to Clemson, Miami, Notre Dame, Florida, which of these would you want to win the most? Tough part for me is that I would instinctively take beating Miami and Florida. Florida's not in the ACC, so postseason chances could be damaged if we lose 2 ACC games. What say you? What I first off say, Corey, is let's fire it up. Let's fire up the engines. Cameras on, generator humming. This is a good question that's going to help generate discussion. Generating discussion sparked by Cummins. Go follow them on Instagram at Cummins Lifestyle. It's all one word. Totally free to do that, everybody, by the way. Noles at the controls, hooking us up with free swag. How this all works is if you're a member of Warchant.com, you go into the Tribal Council, you put your question in for Wake Up Warchant's Renegade Express, and then every week, Corey and I select the best question, the one that's going to generate the most discussion. And then we enter you into a monthly drawing for some free swag from Cummins, shirts, hats, perhaps. And you also get a grand prize drawing into the year-end drawing for a portable generator, perhaps, or a portable power station, your choice. So you get a monthly drawing to win some free swag, and then you get a grand prize drawing for an awesome generator from a world power leader, Cummins. So, Corey, our guy, again, Armchair Osceola, basically, which games are you giving up and why? First off, we don't surrender on this show, but if we had to for this exercise, Corey, what 10-2, slate, what resume 10-2 you think is most palatable, best case, I guess, perhaps?
Well, first off, I'd like to say that I hope Armchair Osceola wins the big drawing at the end, because the guy that's vacationing in Mallorca clearly needs some good stuff to start happening in his life. I would say, I know people don't probably want to hear this. I would say especially out of those 4, you could lose at Notre Dame and at Miami and feel pretty good about things. You don't want to give Clemson back on equal footing with you. You want to make that 2 in a row on that program. They beat you for a decade straight. You need to go ahead and stack together a couple of wins against Clemson, and you always want to beat Florida. There's no shame, in my opinion, losing at Miami. This particular Miami team. You don't want to do it, but if your options are Clemson and Notre Dame, Miami, and Florida, I think Miami and the 2 road games are the right answer.
I was going to say Miami and Notre Dame, but I've changed my mind. Not to be contrarian.
I talked you out of it somehow, even though I agreed with you.
Because I don't think – I get it. Clemson played for a bunch of national titles here recently, and they won a couple of them. But I say this all with the pretense, Corey, that I think you rematch whoever you lose to in the ACC championship game. I just thought it might be a more pleasant feeling, giving Miami that little bit of satisfaction that they beat you, only to then stomp on them in the ACC championship game and be like, you still haven't won the conference, everybody, because you can bounce back. Yep. So the question you definitely don't want to lose to Florida, because you don't get the option to kick their teeth in again, because they're not going to make the playoff. You will not see them in the playoff. Their coach is probably going to be fired by then. So I'll say Clemson. I don't want to lose at home, but I can stomach losing to Clemson more than Miami. Probably rematch Clemson, take them down the ACC championship game. Life's good.
That would just be such a bummer to lose to Clemson at home again, which you've done every year since, 16? Every year you played them, which hadn't been much. I guess that's probably 4 games. But also the DJ factor. I don't want him to – what's that going to do to him if he loses to his old team? Like, I think that could be something you'd want to keep an eye on. And what kind of uplifting moment would that be for him in his career to beat his former team? It's going to be a ton of pressure on him in that game, a ton of pressure. So it would be really cool if he could come out with a win against the team that let him go to Corvallis, Oregon, so they could start Cade Klubnik. But, yeah, I mean, there's no real right answers or wrong answers here except for Florida. Florida is the automatic. You have to win that game. You would not lose to Florida. You do not want to lose to them under any circumstance. You could sort of stomach any of the other three because, as Aslan said, two of them, there's at least a decent chance you'd play them again.
Let's do this on your terms. So let's say they go 10-2 and they lose to
Notre Dame and
Miami and Notre Dame. That actually really doesn't even work because if you win the ACC, you're in the playoff. But just, I mean, I don't know if you go 10-3, does 10-3 get you in the playoff, Corey?
No, not in the ACC. Are you kidding? No chance. No, you have to have one loss or none probably. To get in the now maybe they would grandfather Florida State in because of the travesty of last year, and as long as they have a winning record like that Florida baseball team, they're like, you're in the playoff, you did it, you're 7-6, welcome aboard. But no, I would think that two losses is the absolute max you would have as an ACC team to get in. But look, if you lost to Notre Dame and Miami, let's say they're both top 12 in the country, top 15 in the country, it's a big if, but it could be. And then you go and beat Miami again you're in the playoff anyway because you won the conference.
Exactly.
But still, it's you get a chance at revenge that you would not have against Florida. And then Clemson, you don't want to give them any life, man. You were the better for the first time in a decade. I feel like you feel like you're the better program than Clemson. It's been a long time coming, but you feel like you're the better program than Clemson for the first time since 2014. Don't let them immediately jump back in and beat you on your home field with that kid at quarterback who's just a decent player but nothing special. It doesn't appear.
Why do we keep saying – do we say Notre Dame because we're comfortable with the thought if you're going to lose and make it to a high-caliber team?
On the road in the bad weather. I mean, it's understandable.
But if you win your – here's the thing, though. This almost changes everything. If you win your conference, you're in. So, let's lose to SMU.
Although, no, that too. Yeah, that's fine. But SMU's a conference.
Maybe you don't get into the ACC championship game if you lose to SMU in Miami.
Yeah, I mean, SMU's a conference team. But, yeah, I was just going under the premise of those four. I would say almost you don't want to lose to Memphis because it's his former team. You don't want to lose to Georgia Tech because it's the opener after you lost all those good players. Other than that, I don't know, man. You lose to any of them. As long if you can still ride your way into the ACC championship, whatever makes it easier. And I know people listening or watching this will be like, well, if you lost to Florida, that doesn't impact you at all, except it's Florida. And they might be on an interim coach. They will have a losing record, kills your RPI. I just think that you would you want to beat Florida at any cost. And at Notre Dame is such an understandable loss in the middle of November at night to lose at Notre Dame.
What about it? What if you're 11-2 and you didn't win the ACC, but so you lose to Memphis and then you lose to Miami in the rematch for the ACC championship team for the ACC championship game? Does 11-2 Florida State team that did not win their conference but split against their conference champion make the playoff?
Maybe. I mean, maybe if you feel like they're the second best team in the conference, they have a chance. But there's going to be 5 or 6 SEC teams in, man. So. You got to, and at least 4 Big Ten teams, so you got to figure out a way to hurdle one of them. A win at Notre Dame, like if you lose, who'd you say Miami and
Memphis,
who?
And you lose to Memphis, let's say.
But then you win your next 7 games to win out, including at Notre Dame, and at Miami or somebody like that, or no, at Notre Dame and Florida.
No, you beat Miami. You lose to Miami in the ACC championship game is what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Maybe if you'd beaten them already in the year,
yeah.
I think there's an avenue. Hey, I can't wait to find all this out, Aslan. It's a brand new world. I can't wait to see how it all works. I'm sure everybody will feel like they're on equal footing, not just in those 2 conferences, but everybody competing will feel like they've all got a fair shot to get in.
Next week, we'll do a drawing for the month of May winner. Our guy, Armchair Osceola.
Good luck, man. Good luck. What a great month that would be for you.
Marlin Joker, Island Chief, and Dalvinism. They'll enter the drawing for the free swag bag for the month. They all, though, enter the grand prize drawing for a portable generator or a portable power station, courtesy of our friends over at Cummins Lifestyle. Follow them, everybody, on Instagram, free of charge. And look at that shirt on Corey.
Nice, right? I mean, I don't like wearing white, especially with a white backdrop. I don't think I look great in it, but otherwise, I mean, it's an awesome shirt. It feels great. It just would look better on somebody with better skin. So go get you one.
Check out the mobile power solutions from Cummins, a global power technology leader. Own-in portable generators are versatile portable generators for your everyday or on-the-go power requirements. Choose a model to power your lifestyle, from working on a DIY construction project, tailgating from your pickup truck, or powering your critical home appliances during Florida hurricane season and power outages. Cummins offers own-in portable generators from 2,500 to 9,500 watts. Use promo code TAILGATE, that's TAILG, numeral 8, for a 10% discount on a P2500i at shop.cummins.com. The P2500i can power you for 10 hours on only 1 gallon of fuel, and its double insulated housing keeps you humming at a peaceful 52 decibels. Get it again for 10% off using the promo code TAILGATE at shop.cummins.com.